Occasionally, as a reporter who's been doing it for longer than he cares to remember, you can be surprised by something new, something remarkable, something you have never come across. Something that makes you hold your breath, which is literally what this story's about. If you've never heard of freediving, and I hadn't, then you're about to be introduced to an entirely different world, and to a bloke who pushes a human body to the very limits of its capability. A man with nothing but one giant-sized flipper, a lungful of air, and a wonderful, dangerous rapture of the deep. We live in cautious times when the challenge is to find the challenge. There are no mountains left to conquer, no new lands to discover, no rivers to first trace to their source. But there is still one frontier left.
It is so exciting. It's adrenaline pumping. For a split second there you feel, maybe I'm a dolphin. It does feel good, but then you come back to reality because suddenly you've got to breathe.
Tonight, one extraordinary man hopes to rewrite the record books, to push his body and his mind to the limit. Mike Wells will make a Guinness Book of Records attempt, the first person to swim one of the world's most challenging underwater caves on just one breath.
It's definitely a mountain to conquer.
You're going for something that no one has done before.
Yeah, that's right. I keep having to remind myself about that, actually. No one's ever done this before. Every time I hear those words, it sort of puts an extra little knot in my stomach.
Mike is a free diver, one of a small band of breath-holding ocean divers who take with them only the air they can squeeze into their lungs. What is it that the rest of us are missing out on here? I mean, you are going against the most basic of human instincts, the one to draw breath.
True. That sounds a bit unhinged as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Well, I could...
Well, it's actually it's an addictive thing.
And at 39, Mike's a bloke with an almost born-again enthusiasm for the watery cradle of all life.
We either came from the sea or we're heading back to the sea, I hope.
You're heading back to the sea.
Yeah, I'd love that.
You're more fish than man, aren't you?
I'd like to think so.
Today, Mike's heading to his ultimate challenge, just off Australia's mid-Pacific coast. By his side is son Jeremy, also an experienced freediver and a key part of the support crew.
We are probably the ultimate diving team, father and son. We love diving, and that's all we want to do, literally. It's just so peaceful and quiet, and there's just nothing. It's just, you just kind of relax. It's beautiful.
I can sort of understand that for the first 30 seconds, but after it starts to hurt, I mean, where's the fun then?
Basically, there is no fun in that bit.
No, it's nothing right there. Yeah, it's good.
Out here, Mike will certainly be challenged. His mission to swim beneath this barren island outcrop, a place called Fish Rock.
This rock is raw nature, raw as it gets, so it looks pretty hardcore.
And incredibly, I mean, you'd never know, but there's a tunnel under there.
No.
This tiny speck in creation holds a deep and mysterious secret, a twisted passage through the rock. 25 metres down and across 120 metres of tortuous tunnel. It's well known to scuba divers, but no one has ever braved its hazards on just one breath.
It's going to take a lot of mental control, and it's also going to take a lot of physical stamina.
For most of us, it would be challenge enough to scuba dive with an air supply through such a place.
True.
Why put so much extra weight on yourself?
Deep within my psyche, I thought, I've got to swim this cave. It's not like I'll have a go at it and see how I go. I really got to swim this cave.
Conditions are as good as they'll get. Balmy, clear skies, light southerly breeze and, most importantly, a low ocean swell.
Does that look good?
It looks good. Looks great. Nice, safe conditions.
If Fish Rock is to be conquered, as Mike hopes, this is surely the time.
Just going to drop some free dives off the shallow entrance.
You've been down, have a look.
Yep, we've gone through, we've checked the cave.
Are you worried for your dad?
Yeah, I am, definitely. No one's done this, so there we go. It's going to be, really good. I'm excited and scared.
It's a time of tension, but for a freediver, relaxation, not tension, is the key strategy. The heart must slow down, the body must use less oxygen. It's very tense. It's been down now about 45 seconds. We're looking at about another 2 minutes at the most. It's much more stressful than I thought it would be. But while the rest of us are on tenterhooks, Mike is easing into his natural element.
There was lots of sharks and fish, so I had the comfort of seeing all the ocean's creatures, and I thought, this is going to be great. The cave's going to be full of life, it's going to take my mind off the job, and I'll just cruise on through, everything will be fine.
What Mike doesn't know is that up top there's been a dramatic sea change. The ocean is growing angry, surging and pounding through the cave. Even a passing turtle is having trouble fighting the increasingly erratic current. And Mike must work harder than he expected, depleting his precious oxygen supply.
I was in full dive mode, and there was hardly any blood circulating around my extremities. It's nature, things can go wrong.
Agonisingly close to the end of the tunnel, disaster strikes. Crippling leg cramps. The oxygen-starved muscles in his thighs and calves seize up.
I couldn't actually physically move anymore, so I just waited for the safety divers to give me some air.
Mother Nature wins that one. I was about 10 metres from the exit.
It is doable, I take it.
Absolutely.
It can be achieved.
Yep.
Undeterred, Mike makes the attempt again that afternoon, and again. The same result. So near, and yet so far.
I could see the exit too, so it was kind of a bit disheartening. I almost felt like crawling out.
You don't like failure, do you?
No.
It's a terrible word.
It is a terrible word, failed. I mean, it just sounds bad altogether, doesn't it? Triumphed is much better.
Oh, shit.
Mike and son Jeremy have trained long and hard for this attempt, by land as well as water.
All right, man, how many metres are you going for?
We'll just do some 50 warm-ups, and then we'll do a table, do a CO2 table.
Mike is needed to maintain the highest possible fitness level, and that's where the science comes in.
Don't try this at home. Without the skill, without the training, without the preparation, it would be absolute folly.
Now, big breath in, right up to the very top. Big deep breath in, right up, up, up. Keep going.
Respiratory specialist Professor Matthew Peters is interested in the fishman for what he shows us about the capacities and the limits of the human body.
This is an extreme sport. Mike is not crazy, but he's prepared to push his limits.
In
Even before his dive attempt, these have been testing times for Mike, as Professor Peters analyses the pressure that Mike will put on his body.
Well, the lungs will go down basically from the size of a litre container of milk in proportion down to a teacup. That's the compression effect. His diaphragm will move up, his ribs will cave in. He'll be under great pressure, great distortion of his belly and his chest.
Now, he's obviously a driven man. How much of this is mental as well as physical?
Without mental strength, Mike won't do this task.
And courage.
Courage, he's got in bucket loads.
And as Mike returns yet again for his final attempt at Fish Rock, he will need all that and more. The sea is rising ahead of a forecast storm. The final assault must be made now and quickly.
I can't wait to be off the hook to actually finish this. So I'm doing it. Today it's on.
We're all on the hook with you, mate.
Good, good, good. That's what I need.
Well, we've just heard that he's on his way again. There's a surge still sweeping through there, a strong surge in and out of the hole. So he might be lucky he might catch that surge. I have the feeling that if it doesn't happen today, it's not going to happen. It should happen, but don't hold your breath. Then again, maybe you should.
Down below, it's a good start. The best so far.
Everything went perfect. The warm-up dives were beautiful. There was sunshine. It all felt good. Everything felt good.
Then again, potential disaster. As he tackles the final, most hazardous section of the tunnel they call the chimney, Mike's large monofin gets wedged.
My fin got jammed in the crack. The chimney kind of comes down like this. My fin went and just stuck there. It was a dead stop, so I really felt, oops.
With depleted air and no time to waste, this could be ruinous. But Mike's son Jeremy comes to the rescue and frees his dad.
So the fin was stuck for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and he had it quickly unhinged.
Because in this business, success or failure is measured by seconds, and you can't afford to miss even 3 of them.
No, those seconds were very precious. And I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, literally. So I just head down and went to work. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Boom, I shot out the cave, and then I saw the light and I was off, because I was going for the surface like a bull at a gate.
He's done it! You're a beauty! Well done, my boy.
It's definitely hard. Very hard swim.
But you're feeling great now, aren't you?
Yeah, feeling good now. I'm off the hook. It's done.
The passage beneath Fish Rock has been conquered without bottled oxygen, and the record's been set at 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's all right, man.
Saved me.
But there will be no prizes, well, certainly none better than the approbation of Mike's proud son, Jeremy.
This is one of the hardest things that anybody could ever do. I am 150% proud. My old man, he's wicked.
And the teamwork paid off when you were able to dislodge him
Absolutely.
when he got jammed.
Absolutely. See, there we go, the ultimate diving team. I saved his ass.
There is an element of madness, isn't there?
Definitely. I mean, there can't not be. It's a little bit, on edge.
It's a fine kind of madness.
It's a grand kind of madness. I think it's great. It's adventure.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minutes segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.